This is it, welcome back to the channel. I'm sitting here today, I'm going to talk about, for the last 6 months, I've tried to bulk. So what is bulking? Bulking is typically explained as when one goes into a calorie surplus in order to put on mass. And in turn, after putting on all that mass, you then go into a cutting phase and you eliminate some of the bulkiness look. And that's in order to, the goal is to have that shredded aesthetic. Usually a good bulking period is around winter. So I started this 5 months ago. So that would have been the start of March. I wanted to stick to it a little bit longer than usual. I didn't think 3 months was going to be enough. You're hiding your body away, and then in turn for summer, that's when you're looking at your peak. When you go to the beach, showing off your body a bit more. So let's talk about how I did. Weight change was a big one for me. February I was 79 kilos, and now in August I am 93, so put on a total of 14 kilos. So some things I noticed is I had a lot of strength increases. I did a decrease in training days. So before my bulk, I went from training 7 days a week. I decreased to 5 days a week. And then I think in the last maybe month and a half, I decreased back down to 3 days a week. So there's 4 things I noticed the most. There was, a weight change. There was a strength increase. There was a decrease in training days, and an increase in food consumption. So when it came to the food consumption, like I said before, I did a calorie surplus. And what I ate a lot of just chicken and rice. Nearly every single dinner throughout the week. On average, maybe 600 grams of chicken per meal, and then 1 cup of rice. Yeah, I just eat as much as I could, really. For breakfast, I would go for 8 or 9 Weet-Bix. Around this time of the year, I put some honey on it, have a bowl of milk, and yeah, that'd be my breakfast. If you're observant, you would have already known that my physical appearance has changed. Well, I hope it has. It's not enjoyable looking like this, but you just gotta trust the process and be incredibly patient. Now, I have a few notes here about some pros and cons of what I've gone through. Pros, I have the external, internal, and then cons, external, internal. Pros, I'd say my legs have gotten a bit thicker. I've noticed my arms have gotten a bit wider. I have put on more weight on the upper side, definitely. Just in terms of weight gain, the places you usually put on weight straight away are double chin, the love handles at the back, and then the front of the belly. For me, that's where I put weight on the fastest, hence why I haven't shaved for quite a while. I don't like having a double chin. When I grow out my facial hair, it covers a lot of it, so it's like girls with makeup, I can use my facial hair to cover some things. So then there's the internal pros. I felt stronger, 100%. My back, I think halfway through, around July or late June, my lower back just for some reason felt incredibly strong. It wasn't aching as much as it used to in the past. Whether I was using proper form to do things or what, like I mentioned before, my PBs went up, usually in those compound exercises like squats, deadlifts, bench. So yeah, an internal emotion I had was I enjoyed staying loyal to myself. I enjoyed staying dedicated to it, making sure I did it from day one, didn't slack off. I am a pretty motivated guy, but like I said, with the whole dedication side of it, I was getting a bit impatient towards the end that I just wanted to start cutting. I did what was needed to be done to complete this experience. The last internal pro I've had was I got to eat more. I got to try more foods, have a bigger sitting, eat more per sitting. Instead of going out and having 1 meal, I had the appetite to have 2 meals. Yeah, so it's just more food for me. Who doesn't enjoy eating? So yeah, it was good. But that also leads on to the cons. With more food means more money spent to eat that food. With cons about appearance, like I mentioned before, I know I don't have a massive double chin, but going from no double chin to at least something there more noticeable from me, it was a big insecurity that I had. I had a bit of a bigger stomach. One thing that I found quite interesting that I knew I used as like a progression tracker, my abs aren't super visible, but they've somewhat stayed there at times. Whenever I'm getting changed or whenever I'm at the gym, I'm just checking myself out, I noticed that the abs are still there, like the foundation for my abs is still there, which I'm really happy about because it's not necessarily I've developed more fat on my stomach, it's just I've filled out a bit more. My cheeks have definitely gotten puffier, but yeah, can't take it too much to heart. And last thing for external was I couldn't wear some clothes I wanted to. Like I said, as my stomach has gotten bigger, I'm restricted from wearing any forms of tight clothes. Bruh, I just got back from the gym. I was doing squats.
and my underwear ripped.
So I can't fit into some of my jeans. My skinny jeans are just unwearable. My, straight-legged jeans have become skinny jeans. And so I'm noticing I'm gonna have to buy more baggier clothes, which is completely fine. It's winter, so I'm staying warm. But yeah, it's it has been a bit of a struggle in terms of the confidence side of things. One of my biggest internal cons is insecurity. I've genuinely always been quite a fit guy, so seeing myself like this a bit bigger and having to trust that that's what's supposed to happen has built a lot of patience for me. I wrote some things at the very start of my bulk that my goals were bigger arms. I'm happy with the size of my arms. I hope I don't really lose a lot of it when I'm cutting though. And with the forearms sucked. Yeah, my forearms didn't get as big as I wanted them to. Forearms are incredibly hard to grow, especially for me. I find that, with calves and forearms, it's more on the genetic side. Something that I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that I had no roadblocks. At the start of my bulking, I designated some money to put aside for my health. So I've actually had some injuries with my legs, my soleus, and I've gone to the physio for a few weeks now.
So over the last year and a half, I've been on and off getting this pain in my soleus. I actually did radial shockwave therapy. Therapy that provides treatment to patients suffering from a range of chronic conditions that are notoriously difficult to resolve. And hopefully no more leg pain.
A few things I'm going to ask from you guys is please like the video. It just shows me some support for going through this. If you can, comment something nice to help motivate me. If you want to check how my journey is progressing, just hit the subscribe button, and next to the subscribe button there should be a bell. If you click that, you'll stay updated and be notified about when my posts come out. I hope you enjoy the journey that's yet to come to me. I'll try to post as much as I can. I'm going to be recording for the next few months while I'm cutting and making a video at the end of the year, so stay tuned for that one, and the cut begins now.